But our top story in the world of business is, of course, the face of the UK's grocery market. It could be about to change forever after Sainsbury's has confirmed it wants to merge with Asda. Now, the new deal would mean the two grocers would merge into one big company but maintain the separate brands and stores. Asda's owner Walmart will gain a minority stake in the new company. It'll receive almost £3 billion in cash for the deal. The combined group will have 2,800 stores and will make up more than 31% of the total grocery market in the UK, slightly ahead of the current leader Tesco. In trading this morning, Sainsbury's shares soared 16%. Speaking to the BBC, the boss of Sainsbury's, Mike Coupe, confirmed there'll be no store closures as part of the deal.
Well, I stand by our statement. We will not close any stores as a result of this transaction. And the nature of the UK market is incredibly competitive, and customers have a huge amount of choice and they exercise that choice. And we believe by bringing these businesses together, we can lower prices and offer better ranges for our customers, as well as making sure that we do a great job creating opportunities for our colleagues in both businesses. So we think it's a great deal all round.
Mike Coupe will also become boss of the new company if it forms. Let's talk to Natalie Berg, who's a retail analyst at NBK Retail. Natalie, to actually say, OK, we're not going to close any stores, how realistic is that a statement to make?
Unfortunately, not very realistic. I think both Asda and Sainsbury's have gone into this deal with a very strong realization that there will be a significant number of store disposals if they're to get the green light from the CMA. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for them. We have an oversupply of retail space. Shopping habits are changing profoundly as more people shop online and increasingly at the discounters. So from that point of view, I think that the deal is in some ways an admission of this oversupply of space we have on the high street.
What do you think consumers are going to experience if this deal goes through? I mean, I imagine in the first year or so, customers won't see much of a difference.
That's right. Short term, there won't be very many visible changes for the customer. Sainsbury's this morning was very keen to announce that they will be reducing prices by 10%. And I think we have to remember that that is the very reason behind this deal. It's all about scale and survival. Supermarket profit margins have been falling in recent years, the result of rising costs, inflation in particular, and of course increased competition from those alternative formats like the discounters and increasingly Amazon and online retail. So it's been a real challenge for supermarkets, and they're now having to consolidate in order to future-proof their businesses.
And that's the pressure, isn't it? Defending themselves against the discounters, against the likes of Amazon. They've talked about cost savings coming from synergies from the two companies making a good fit, but also from the ability to negotiate with suppliers, which quickly translated means that this could end up squeezing suppliers even harder than they're being squeezed now. And that's not going to go down well, is it, with the market in the UK, which is already feeling pretty tight?
Absolutely. In order for them to stay competitive with the discounters and to continue offering low prices, there will be a squeeze on suppliers. They've said that they work with thousands of suppliers, but there's about 100 suppliers who account for 85% of the products on their shelves. So we're looking at the big multinational companies, Unilever, Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola. The plus side for them is that they will get additional volume by selling through both Sainsbury's and Asda. But of course, the flip side to that is increased pressure on price.
And what I don't understand is if we're getting suppliers supplying Sainsbury's and Asda at the same discounted price, then what does it mean if you go shopping in the same town and you have the two supermarkets next door and you're buying the same product? Will they be selling them at the same price or not? I mean, this just seems like a massive headache for the competition watchdog, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely. There are 75 postcodes across the UK where there's both an Asda and a Sainsbury's trading currently. And, the CMA will very much be looking on a local basis rather than looking at national market share. So it goes without saying that some of those stores, lots of those stores, will in fact have to close. But I think longer term, we could even see the Asda brand disappear from the high street if they were to focus more on the Sainsbury's brand. I think Asda is struggling to compete with the discounters. If you want low prices, you go to Aldi or Lidl. If you want convenience, you go to Amazon. So I don't think there's really a place for the Asda brand on the high street today. So longer term, we could see that disappear from the high street.
OK, Natalie Berg, good to get your point of view. Thank you very much. Well, let's take